Welcome everyone. Welcome to the lecture series on digital electronics. This is subject in third semester, Diploma ETCE. The course code is ETCE/DE/S3. I am Paulo Sridhar, course coordinator and assistant professor, Department of ECE, Guru Nanak Institute of Technology. So let us start lecture number 18. Before starting lecture number 18, let us have a look on the course objectives and also on the unit we are studying. Our subject, digital electronics, consists of 60 number of total lectures. It is a 4-credit subject and the contacts are 4 lectures. That is, there will be 4 lectures per week. We are now in Boolean algebra, which is module 2 or unit 2, and we are in subunit 2.3, that is K-map techniques and don't care condition, prime implicants and the canonical forms. Now we will be seeing the course objectives. The course objectives are the objectives the students will be having for studying the subject. After the subject's completion, the student will be able to solve each and every point in the course objective. Now the first point is do conversion of the number systems. Second point is understand the concept of logic gates and its operations. Third point is discuss simple logic circuits using logic gates. Fourth is design of combinational circuit. Fifth is design of sequential circuit. And sixth is gain the comprehensive idea on various memory devices. Seventh one is understand analog to digital conversion and also digital to analog conversion techniques. And eighth and the last one is understand different logic families and their comparisons. Now you can see here that second number point and third number point are in red colors. That is, they are very important, and these two course objectives are the course objective of this lecture number 18 that will be fulfilled by unit 2, that is the Boolean algebra, and also the subunit unit 2.3, that is the K-map techniques or the Carnot map techniques. So what is the second point? Understand the concept of the logic gates and its operations. And third is design simple logic circuits using the logic gates. Now, as we have seen the course objective, we will move forward to the small lecture plan, which is in the next slide. Now, this is the small lecture plan of lecture number 18. Our unit, that is the Boolean algebra, second module or unit number 2, comprises of 10 lectures. And today we are in the last lecture of module 2, which is in subunit 2.3, that is Carnot map techniques and don't care condition, prime implicants and the canonical forms. So in today's lecture, we will be studying the K-map using the 4 variables. That is how we will be doing the K-map when there will be 4 variables. In the previous lectures, we have seen about the 2 variables, 3 variables. We know we can do the K-map up to 6 variables. And after that, we are using the Q method or the Quine-Mackenzie method. But here in our syllabus, we are having up to 4 variables. Next, we will be doing some numericals on the K-map, that is 4 variable K-map. Next, we will be doing some complex K-maps. Next, we will be doing or studying about the don't care conditions in the K-map or the don't care combinations. What are the don't care combinations, how they will be occurring, which one to take into consideration, which one not to take into consideration. All this we will be studying here in this lecture. Next is numericals on don't care condition in K-map. So students, this lecture number 18 is a very important part in K-map and also the don't care combinations, because don't care combinations problems come in the examination. It will be coming in your semester examination also. So please listen to it attentively. So let us start lecture number 18 that comes in unit number 2.3, that is Carnot map technique, 4 variables and the don't care conditions we will be studying here. Now before starting lecture number 18, let us see or let us have a quick recap of the things already we have studied. Starting from the first lecture, we have studied about the digital and the analog systems, about the various logics and also the applications of the digital electronic subjects in the field of the electronics. Next, we have studied about the number systems. We have done many examples about the conversion of one number system to the other. Next, we have done about the sign bits. What are sign bits? We know already. The sign bits are nothing but the bits which we are adding before the MSB. We also know what is the MSB. MSB is the most significant bit. Before the MSB, we are adding a sign bit to represent a negative number. We can add 0 or we can add 1. According to the adding of the number, it will be a negative number or a positive number. Next, we have studied about the various complements like the 9s complement, 10s complement. We have done 9s addition, 10s addition like this. Next, we have studied about the basic gates. In the basic gates, we have studied AND, OR and NOT. And we have seen how to design many circuits with this AOI logic. That is the, what is AOI logic? That is AND, OR and inverter logic. After that, we have seen how to design the universal gates. That is the NAND gate and the NOR gate, and also the applications of the NAND and the NOR. These universal gates have got this name universal because all the basic gates can be designed using the universal gates. And we have also seen how these universal gates are used to design the basic gates. Next, we have studied the exclusive gates. Now the word exclusive is very important, and we have seen in that lectures why these exclusive gates are being used. They have got vast number of applications, and also we have studied the applications. Now after that, after the gates and the logic gates, we have come to the important point in digital electronics, that is minimization techniques. We want to learn how to minimize a given expression. So the first thing is the Boolean algebra. In Boolean algebra, we have studied about various theorems, then postulates, then properties like the De Morgan theorem. We have learned how to do the proofs, and all these are very important. Next, we have started the K-maps, that is the Carnot maps. Carnot map are also a way of simplifying the expressions, or that is the minimization technique. In the K-maps, already we have seen that we are doing some mapping, that is we are doing some pairing. We have done it for 2 variables, 3 variables, we have done some examples. Now we will be starting 4 variable K-map. So let us start the 4 variable K-map, and before that, please listen to the lectures very attentively because this is a very important lecture. Now, already we have seen that we have already studied 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map. Now we were going to study 4 variable K-map and don't care condition. These 4 things, that is the 2 variable K-map, 3 variable K-map, 4 variable K-map and don't care condition or the combinations are there in your syllabus in K-map. See, in the books, the various reference books or other books you are following or you will be following, there are 5 variable to 6 variable K-maps, but don't do all this because these are not there in your syllabus. Particularly for diploma students, you don't have to do 5 variable K-map and 6 variable K-map. For you, up to don't care conditions or the combinations are very important. You can do up to 4 variable K-maps. So let us move to the 4 variable K-maps. Now, here number of square is already you know 2 to the power 4. 2 to the power 4 means number of variables. That is The formula of the number of squares is 2 to the power of n. N is number of variables. So as the number of variables here is 4, so it will be 2 to the power 4, that is 16. And number of mean terms will be 16. Now you know that K-map comprises of some squares. As the number of variables is 4, so it will be 16 squares. That is starting from 0, 1, 3, 2, see here, 4, 5, 7, 6, then 12, 13, 15, 14, then 8, 9, 11 and 10. All these are nothing but sequence of the gray codes. Already you have seen that in 3 variable K-map. The sequence here, the sequence follows the gray code sequence. Which one? Started from the 3 variable K-map. Now we have taken here the 4 variables as A, B, C and D. Now these 4 variables you can also take any other alphabets like X, Y, Z like this. But here I have taken A, B, C, D. So there were 16 squares. So here I have written like this, A, B and C, D. These values are the values of A, B, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Similarly, these are the values of C, D, that is 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. And this, each of this denotes one mean term. That is, this is mean term 0. That is A bar, B bar, C bar and D bar. All these are the values of A, B, C, D. That is 0, 0 and 0, 0. Now this one is 0, 0, 0, 1. That is A bar, B bar, C bar and D. Next one is, this one is, that is the third mean term is A bar, C bar, C and D. That is 0, 0, 1, 1. Similarly, this is 0, 0, 1, 0. This one is 0, 1, 0, 0. This one is 0, 1, 0, 1. This one is 0, 1, 1, 1. Next, this one is 0, 1, 1, 0. This is mean term 6. Now, this one is mean term 12. This is 1, 1, 0, 0. This is mean term 13. That is 1, 1, 0, 1. That is A, B, C bar, D. So it goes on like this. And the last one is mean term 10. That is A, B bar, C, D bar. And remember one thing, that this is universal. You should follow this sequence only. While doing K-map for 4 variables, you should be following this sequence only, and this is universal. So let us move forward to the next slide. Now these are the minimization techniques. First one is adjacent squares are defined to be the squares next to each other. Like mean term 0 and mean term 2, they form adjacent square. Now let us go to the previous slide and see mean term 0 and mean term 2, how this is. See, this is mean term 0 and this is mean term 2. So this can be done a pairing. The pairing can be done like this, as this is one is the mirror image. Now mean term 3 and mean term 11 similarly follow adjacent square. Like this. Mean term 3 this one and mean term 11. Like this you can also form the pairing. Like if one is there, you can do the pairing like this. You can do the pairing like this. That is meant by this one. Now again let us move to the minimization techniques. One square represents one mean term, giving a term of 4 literals. These lines are very important. Means one square, that is one mean terms, in the case of 4 variable K-map, represents one mean term, gives a term of 4 literals. 4 literals means this term will consist of 4 variables only. 2 adjacent squares give a term of 3 literals. That is, when you are doing the pairing of 2 adjacent square, in the case of the 4 variable K-map, it will give a term of 3 literals. Means it will consist of 3 variables. 4 adjacent square gives a term of 2 literals. So 4 adjacent squares will give you a term of 2 variables or 2 literals. Next is 8 adjacent squares gives the term of 1 literal. So 8 adjacent square you can do one pairing and it will be having 1 variable only. and 16 adjacent squares gives a value of 1. So already I had told you in the previous lectures that the pairing can be done with either 1 square or 2 squares, 4 squares, 8 squares or 16 squares. 16 is true for 4 variables. Now let us move to the next slide. Now here we will see an example how we will be doing the pairing in the case of the 4 variable K-map. Now the question is given like this: simplify the given 4 variable Boolean equation by using the K-map, where already the 4 variables are given, where f brackets w, x, y and z, these are the 4 variables. See, in the previous slides you have seen that I was taking the variables as a, b, c and d, but here already the variables are given as w, x, y and z. Now this you cannot change, so in the expression you will be having w, x, y and z. You cannot do it with a, b, c, d. This will be a wrong thing to do. The right thing will be using the expressions or doing the K-map with w, x, y and z. So if in brackets w, x, x, y, z is given as summation of mean terms 1, 5, 12 and 13. Now what we have to do, as it is a SOP form, so how we will understand it is a SOP form, because here the mean terms, summation of mean terms is given, so it is a SOP form. So the mean terms that are present here, we will be writing here in the squares as 1, 1. So this is mean term 1, mean term 5, mean term 12 and mean term 13. So we are just doing the pairing like this. This one is one pair, as these two ones are adjacent to each other. Similarly, we are doing the pairing like this. These two ones are adjacent to each other. Now we could do a pairing like this one and this one, but we will not do. Why? Because already this one has been paired with this one, and also this one has already been paired with this. So we don't want an extra expression to come out. So we are doing just the 2 pairings. Now from here, the expression that one will be coming out will be w bar y bar z. Why? Because here the value of w is same 0, 0. Similarly, y is 0 and z is also 0. But the value of x is changing. It is changing. One time it is 0 and one time it is 1. So the expression will be w bar y bar z. That is 0, 0, 1. Next is this pairing or this mapping. Now the expression will be w, x and y bar. Why? Because the expression of w and x is same, or the values of w and x is same, that is 1, 1. Only the value of z is changing. It is 0 one time and 1 time. So it will be w, x, y bar. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us move to the next slide. Now this is another example. Now we have to reduce this expression using mapping. What is the expression given? F is equal to, it is given summation of mean terms 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 13 and 14. These are the summation of mean terms it is given. There is a big K-map. So we will be doing it step by step. Now first let us do the pairing. After that we will be doing it step by step. So first, as no variables are given, so you can take either w, x, y, z or any variable. So or you can also take a, b, c, d. Here I am taking a, b, c, d. So a, b, c, d I have written. I have drawn the K-map. As this is a 4 variable, it will consist of 16 squares. So I have drawn the 16 squares like this, and I have named the mean terms. After I have named the mean terms, I have given 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. Similarly, here also I have given 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 and 1, 0. And after that, I am writing which mean terms are present in the expression. Now mean term 2 is present. I have written 1 here. Mean term 3 is present. Again 1. mean term 6 is present. This is 1, mean term 7 is present. Again 1. Next is mean term 10, 8, 10 and 11 are present. 8, 1, 10 is 1, 11 is also 1. Next is mean term 13 and 14. Mean term 13 is present 1, mean term 14 is present 1. Now we will be doing the pairing. Now just do the pairing like this. This 4 ones are adjacent to each other. We have done the pairing. This one. Now this 4 ones have gone. Next is this one. This pairing also we can do. So this 4, 1. Again we have done the pairing. Next is this one and this one. As these are the mirror image, so we can consider them as the adjacent. So we are doing the pairing like this. Next is this 2 ones and these 2 ones are also we can do as the pairing. Why? Because again this 4 ones are the adjacent to each other. If we keep a mirror here, then this 2 will be also adjacent to this. So this 2 and this 2. So let me draw it. It will be more understandable to you. This one and this one. Sorry. This one and this one, like this. And this 4. Then this whole one. And this one and this one. These are the number of pairings we have done it. Now we will be doing the K-maps and we will be writing the expressions. Now step by step let us see. Here first one, see mean term 13. Mean term 13 can be written as what? This one, mean term 13, it was left alone. So we can consider this one as one pairing. It can be written as A, B, C bar, D. Next, 2 squares of mean term 18 and mean term 10. Mean term 8 and mean term 10. These 2 squares yields A, B bar, D. Next is 4 squares of mean term 7, mean term 6, mean term 2 and mean term 3 comprises and gives us the value of A bar C. Next is the 4 squares of mean term 2, that is mean term 2, 3, 10, 11. This 2 gives us B bar C. Next is this 4. This 4 gives us a value of C bar D, that is mean term 2, mean term 14, this one, mean term 6, this one gives a value of C D bar. So ultimately the reduced expression is A B C bar D plus of A B bar D bar plus of A bar C plus of B bar C plus of C D bar. Whenever such a big expression will be given, you do step by step. Otherwise there will be a problem of doing mistakes. That is, suppose you are doing first pairing, write the expression. After that you do the other pairing, then write the expression. Or you can do it like this, you do first the pairings and do step by step write the expressions. You don't write the expression together. You write A, B, C, D like this as I have done here and consider all the cases and write the expression. Hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us go to the next. So we have come to the don't care combinations, which are very important part in the K-map reducing. These don't care combinations, we can use them for further reduction of an expressions. If these don't care combinations are present, when we will be considering it and when not to consider, these are also very important. So let us see what are don't care conditions. In certain digital systems, some input combinations never occur during the process of normal operation, as these operations or these combinations are invalid as the precise value of the output is of no sequence. Such input combinations are don't care conditions or combinations. These don't care combinations are represented as small d or small x. You can either represent it in small d or small x. Both are correct. Now moving back to the next slide. During the process of design, using an SOP map, each don't care condition is treated as one. This is true in SOP only. Normally in digital systems, we will be learning all the K-maps in SOP only. That is, we will be treating them as one. So during the process of design, using an SOP map, each don't care is treated as one in SOP if it is helpful in map reduction. Now, a don't care combination did not be used in a group of it if it does not consist of large number of ones. If it does not consist of large number of ones. So, there we have got the criteria that if a don't care combination, it is not used in grouping if it is not a part of a large number of ones. So, then it will not be considered in grouping. That is the important thing. Please remember, students, please remember this line that a don't care combination need not be used in grouping if it does not cover a large number of ones. This is a very important part in don't care combinations. I think this is the most important part because our main objective is to where we should be drawing it and where we should not. That is, where to take the grouping and when not to take the grouping. Now, this one is an expression. Reduce the expression summation of, this is summation of mean terms 1, 5, 6, 12, 13 and 14 plus of don't care condition 2 and 4. As I had already told you that don't care condition is termed as D or small x. So here we are denoting it as small x, but here it is told as D, small d. Normally in exams, it will be small d only. And here, while doing the K-map, you can represent it as small of x. Now see, this mean terms are present 1, 5, 6, 12, 13 and 14. Just give it like this 1, 5, 6, 14, 13 and 12 is there. And this don't care 2 and 4 are present. So just give cross here. This 2 is don't care and this 4 is don't care. Now see this one, this cross. You cannot do pairing. Why? Because it is connected to this 2 ones. And 3 ones we cannot do pairing. So we are doing the first pairing like this. At this 2 pairs are adjacent to each other. And this we can connect in a pairing. This don't care condition can be, or this don't care, that is the 4 mean term, this can be constituted in a pairing. So we have considered this one in pairing and these 2's are one pairing. So what is the value of the f? F is equal to b c bar plus of b bar d plus of a bar c bar d. For this one it is coming a bar c bar d, and for this one it is coming b bar d, and for this one it is coming b c bar. So I hope this is clear to all of you. Now let us go to the next slide. Here also we will be doing another example. Sorry. Now we have to minimize the following SOP minimal form using the K-map, where the variables are given. F of a, b, c, d is equal to summation of mean terms 1, 2, 6, 7, 8, 13, 14, 15 plus of don't care conditions 3, 5 and 12. This is a big K-map, so you have to do it. As already the variables are given a, b, c and d, so just give a, b, c, d like this. Now we will be doing the pairing. Now just give the ones where the mean terms are present. Mean term 1 is present, then mean term 2 is present, then mean term 6 is present. Sorry, mean term 7 is present, mean term 6 is also present. Next is mean term 13, 15, 14 is present, and mean term 8 is present. Next, what are the don't care mean terms? This is 3, this is 3, then 5 and 12. All these are present. Now we will be doing the pairing. Now this x is connected to this 3 ones, so we can do the pairing. If we connect it, then there will be 4 number of ones, so we have done the pairing. That is the green portion is the pairing. Next is this one. It is connected to this one. This x is connected to this one. So again we have done the pairing like this. Next, this x, it is connected to this 3 number of ones. So this is done, the pairing is done like this. Now what happens? This one is left. To make it a larger number of pairing, we can do the pairing like this, where this don't care condition is also taken into account. So what will be the expression? A C bar D plus A bar D plus A bar C plus of AB. So here in the previous example, we had seen that we had not taken one don't care condition. Why? Because this was with 2 number of ones. So if this one and don't care condition, it constitutes with other 2 number of ones. So it will combine to form 3 ones. 3 ones we cannot take a pairing. So we had not taken that as pairing. See this example, this one, and this one. I was talking about this one, but here what we have seen that this X, it can constitute with other 3 number of ones. Similarly, this X constitutes with this 2, and also this can be treated as 1. Again, this X is constituted with, or it can combine with 3 number of ones. So it becomes 4 number of ones. So this 4 can be used in pairing. So we have done the pairing like this. So this don't care conditions, it depends upon certain number of, as you have seen here, the certain number of conditions are there where you can determine where it will be used in pairing and where we should not be using the don't care as pairing. Now these are the significances of the don't care conditions. This is first one is a simplification. This conditions denotes the set of inputs which never occurs for a given digital circuits. Thus, they are being used to further simplify the Boolean output expression. Next is lesser number of gates. Simplification reduces the number of gates to be used for implementing the given expression. Therefore, don't care makes the digital circuits design more economical in nature. Next is reduced power consumption. While grouping the don't cares reduces switching of the states. This decreases the required memory space, which in turn results in less power consumption. Next is the states in code converters. They are used in code converters. For example, a design of a 4-bit BCD to XS3 code converter. The input combinations are 1010, 1011, 1100, 1101, 1110 and 1111, and the don't care conditions. Prevention of the hazards. Don't cares are also preventing the hazards in the digital systems. So we have seen these are the uses or the significance of the don't care conditions. So don't care conditions are very significant if they can be used. If they are not connected to large number of ones, you are not taking them into account. But if you are taking them into account, this reduces the hardware of the whole digital system. That is, you can use lesser number of gates, but you should keep in mind when you should be that is when you should be using it in grouping and when not to use it in grouping. So I hope this don't care conditions are clear to all of you. So I'm very thankful to all of you for listening the lecture. See you soon and bye.